morning. This is the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I am Qiana.
And I'm the one and only Mr. Edmond.
And this is brought to you by the New Image Project, better known as...
See that?
Because we are redefining
what's cool.
Because smart
is the new gangster.
Baby.
And if you don't know, now you know.
Now you know. No. So it's Monday.
Motivated, money making, mind your business Monday.
It is. All of that. You added some extra stuff.
I added some stuff.
Like mind your business. Somebody must have been in your business this weekend because you like mind your business.
No, not really. Not really. We got to mind our business, and not the traditional sense of mind our business, but mind our business, the business of us,
the business that pays you,
and some.
Oh, and some,
the business of us.
Okay,
us as a community, we need to mind our business.
We need to be like T.I. son, stand on business.
All on it, stand all on it.
So, how was your weekend this weekend?
It was a sad weekend because of the tragedy that happened. Condolences to the family of the young man who lost his life.
Yes.
And just really, it's just been kind of. It was a weekend.
It was a weekend. I don't want to start off the show with that.
Yeah, I did.
So you kind of did. So I'm gonna pause it.
Okay.
How was the homeowners meeting?
Thank you for that. The homeowners meeting was a success. We've been having a series of meetings talking about home ownership, home counseling services provided free to the community, to all homeowners, and they were given a $50 gift card for attendance. So if y'all do want to be involved, if you're a homeowner and you would like, or you're interested in home owners counseling, and this helps you, prepare you for probate. It prepares you for, different codes, compliances. It teaches you the stuff they didn't teach us at home. That things we didn't learn in school as homeowners, this consultant class is teaching our community, and we want to help people stay in their homes. We want to help people, have strong, generational wealth.
Right. And so that it's already set up for you. So if you have somebody elderly in your neighborhood or in your family that has a home.
Yes, let's set them up to come on these meetings.
Right. And the beauty, listen, you're already getting knowledge, right? Yes. But on top of that, you're getting paid $25 an hour to sit there.
Yes, it's
get the knowledge. It's a free class.
A free $50 gift card for attending the free class.
Right. So you're gonna get money to come on in. So that's a good thing.
And to learn, it's so helpful. Big shouts out to everybody who's attended so far. We've been having some good classes. Leave a comment in the comment or reach out. You can reach out to me to my phone directly. And that's 727-320-6264. That's 727-320-6264. Reach out to me.
You know what else today is?
What's today?
The last Monday of the month.
Yes. This year is flying.
April is over with after tomorrow.
Feel like a 2 week month.
It seemed like a 2 week year so far. You talking about a 2 week month, a 2 week year.
Yes, it has been on. It's a lot been going on this year. This
year feel good. Like this, there's been some trials, but overall, last year was horrible. Last year was horrible. This year, I'm like, okay, we getting through it. Yeah, we getting straight on through it. So
we making it.
And Monday. So this week is gearing up. Cinco de Mayo on Sunday. Do you celebrate Cinco de Mayo?
No, but I will be at the Chalk Festival on Saturday.
Okay.
With Miss Debbie and the PDAP, Pinella's Arts African Diaspora Project.
Okay.
Out on 22nd. We'll be on the Deuces. We'll be on the Deuces Saturday. So don't bring the children out. Bring your family, friends. The Chalk Festival is geared towards community. Building community. And this year's theme is resiliency. So Yes, y'all put it's gonna be vendors out there. The whole 22nd gonna be, you know,
swinging and banging
swinging and banging
in a good way. Yeah. Swinging and banging in a good way.
Yep. And also this weekend, Boys to Men what happened on 22nd. Big shots out to Maurice, big shots out everybody that was involved. Urban Drinkery, Urban always the headquarters for these type of events.
It is. So Boys and Men, Boys and Men is like, and I know this is just separate, is one of like my favorite groups.
Yes, we were not talking about the group. It was,
I know, okay. But when you said it, I just wanted to say that. I just wanted to throw it out. Y'all remember Brian? Y'all, so I'm a true R&B head, right? I know I used to love Brian McKnight. And but now he with the plum foolery. I can't support this.
Hey,
I can't support the plum foolery he got going on right now.
It seems like all the old, celebrities and idols or whatever. I don't want to call them idols, but they all came out with different baggage.
Not Boys and Men yet.
Oh, they got theirs.
What? They hit the news?
I mean, no, they kept their stuff good though.
Everybody do, but so it ain't news until it hit it, right?
When they start trying to get their masters back, then it's gonna hit the fan.
I don't know. They still traveling and touring and doing all that other stuff.
When they ask for their masters back, like when they say let me get the masters, watch what happens.
So Brian McKnight, because Brian McKnight just did the plum foolery just to do it.
He tried to get his masters back shortly before.
No, that's funny. He not claiming half of his children. He only got the other half of his kids.
These ungrateful children. Big shots out to the prom. The prom was big this weekend. I seen.
He say that's what made me think of prom. Ungrateful children.
Yeah. So the prom, damn.
What? Go ahead, talk about prom.
The prom. Big shots out to all the young adults who are going to prom because these are not children. These are young adults. Big shots out to the parents.
Tomatoes.
Young adults. I mean, got to start giving them their credit so they don't be children when they get to be adults.
Okay.
But yeah, big shots out to all the high schools.
So it was bogey prom.
It was a lot of proms. I thought it was like 3, 4.
Yeah, but I don't know all the proms.
That's why I say all the high schools. That's why I just summed it up.
Good morning, Sharonda.
The Bogasiega.
Did you graduated from Boca, right?
No, I didn't. I never even went to that. I never walked on that campus a day in my life. Maybe for a basketball or a football game.
Never been to Boca Ciega. Don't tell nobody else that if you from St. Pete.
I done been in the parking lot.
You sound like trouble if you only been in the parking lot.
I done been in the parking lot.
So what high school did you go to, Jabbar?
I went to a lot of different schools. I went to Lakewood. I went to Mirror Lake. That was a school.
Okay.
You want Mirror Lake?
Yeah, I think it still exists, but go ahead.
What else? Where else went? Oh, I went to the Rebels.
Dixie.
Yes.
They not. I don't think they're the Rebels anymore.
No, they can't be. They Hollands. They just represent the Rebel.
Okay. So I only went to high school. I only went to Boca Ciega.
Oh, you missed the whole world. It was a world out there.
I was all right.
I think all children should go to multiple different schools.
Why?
To meet different people, to learn different things. It's almost every school, because I went to a lot of different schools.
Okay,
right?
Let's talk about this.
And every school kind of has its own kind of culture, right?
Okay.
For whatever it may be. And every school has its own character, kind of like the principal, the head staff. It's just a whole vibe. Every school I went to was a different. It was a different world. Lakewood was a different.
Good morning, Stephanie.
Hollywood High. Oh yeah, that was a different world.
So I went to middle school. I went to 2 middle schools.
They weren't different.
I went to 3 middle schools.
See.
No, and let me. So I went to Madeira Beach 6th and 7th grade. 8th grade, my mama said I couldn't hang out at Madeira Beach no more. It was over.
It was getting kind of
ratchet
out there.
She said it was over.
It was kind of getting ratchet out there.
She said it was done with. So then I went to Central Christian.
Where's that?
Was it Central Christian? I went to I went to Holy Name. Right there, right down the street from Boca Ciega. I went to Holy Name, so I went to Catholic.
I heard yeah.
And then I got accepted to Southside Fundamental. and I finished out. So I went to Holy Name for one semester.
You ain't like that.
It was different. Now this is
See, that's what back to what I was saying
so
about the
no,
cultures in the school.
it was really different. Now, I always say you think like urban schools are bad, Catholic school, private school.
When you say bad, what you mean?
Like you think that like we have issues, like the things that the kids thought of. Like I think I've told this story on air before. Is
I
that
wouldn't hear that, Davey.
So one of the students got mad at the teacher, and she ended up giving her toilet bowl water to drink.
Oh yeah, you told me about that. That it was
right,
it
and
was
these
on a different level.
Oh, a whole nother level. These are things that like never even crossed my mind, not ever once.
In the regular school, the teacher wouldn't even take no water from the student. What is this? What is this? Boy, go on.
So I can see where you saying where you learn different things.
Yeah, it's different cultures.
But I have lifetime friends because
yes, me too.
I have really lifetime friends because we went to school all together, like all our lives.
But see, that's a benefit. But one of the things is just like never leaving your city or never leaving your state, never traveling to a different country. So, I think going to different schools for me was like going to different countries because Dixie was a whole different place than Lakewood, and the other schools was all completely different.
But see, then I found friends. I have friends at Lakewood. I have friends at Dixie, Pinellas Park, Northeast, St. Pete, Gibbs, all the surrounding schools I had because I also did outside of school activities. Like I was a cheerleader, right?
Yeah, so you went around.
So I did, and good thing, like my parents did, emerge us into different things so that we wasn't stuck with the same old.
Culture. You had culture.
But I will tell you the beauty of it is that I have lifetime friends. I see people who hop around and who didn't go to the same school that they can't look back with a solid group of people that they really call their day ones. Now, we don't subscribe to all, but I've seen people who traveled and moved around because they never got to really invest or,
settle down
and pour into a real friendship.
I mean, I see that. I definitely see that. But also on the flip side, I got a lot of partners and people from different areas. Like, and it helped me. When I grew up, when it was kind of like that internal segregation, that 34th and 9th Street side. So I kind of got that 54th, and I was kind of over. I was in it all. So I had done went to school with people from Jordan Park to the Pink Streets. You get what I mean? So Tyrone, all over the city. So I kind of got to get rounded.
Yeah.
With different folks.
So did you do like football or baseball or any of that?
No, I didn't have the grades.
Outside of school?
Yeah, outside. Yeah.
Like, did you do Little League? Did you? Because that's why I'm just asking. Because like
I may have did Little League. everybody did the Little Devils when I was growing up.
So I never did Little Devils. I did St. Pete, and I did not St. Pete. I did Gibbs and Lakewood.
See, that was later on. See,
no, Lakewood. So back in the day,
it was Lakewood and St. Pete.
It was Lakewood and St. Pete, and then what happened is Lakewood split.
Yeah, I remember.
And half went to, and when they split, I went with Gibbs, and
Dang, that was something. Well, I'm glad they split. See, it seemed like a bad thing back then.
I mean, I don't think it was a bad thing.
I thought it was bad.
I mean, some grown-ups couldn't get along.
I know, that's what I mean.
But then they split.
It was messy. It's messy when the children know.
I mean, listen, it don't even have to be messy. When you move out your house to another one, something is wrong. When one day all you've been doing is going to Lakewood, and then the next year you at Gibbs.
Like, what's going on?
Oh no, we found a new island. It don't really take a rocket scientist to kind of figure that out.
It doesn't.
Okay, Sharonda says she went to 4 elementary schools, 2 middle schools, and 1 high school.
I didn't talk about elementary. How many elementaries?
I only went to one elementary. I only went to
Maybe
Bear Creek.
3 or 4.
I went to Bear Creek. That's
3
it.
or 4. About 3 or 4.
Yeah, that's it.
It was good though. I really liked it. I don't know how
Do you remember
it was.
not, like I was gonna say, do you ever remember like not fitting in because you were the new person in class?
I don't think I really ever fitted in. I got along with people all the time though.
Okay, now listen. We're gonna continue this conversation. We have a packed full hour, right? We're gonna talk about St. Pete gun violence coming up. It's definitely a conversation that we need to have.
Yes.
I think we already recapped the weekend.
Yeah.
We got the ex Qiana. So yeah, stay tuned.
Yeah, we're gonna dive right in when we get back.
Yes, and the marathon is still going on. So if it is on your heart, in your mind, in your soul, and everything in line in one, I'm gonna say donate. We have the 99 Jams radio station has launched its special spring marathon. I want to say thank you so far to all of the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club listeners. Y'all are showing up and showing out, but we need y'all to continue. We have 2 more days to reach our goal of $10,000. Right? Please help us keep the radio running with your favorite radio programs on the air. If you donate, you will receive a CD with your favorite show on demand. You can call 727-637-2416 or 813-419-2035. And we'll be back like 6-7 minutes after the hour.
This is the newsroom from the BBC World Service. The US Secretary of State has urged Hamas to accept what he called Israel's extraordinarily generous ceasefire proposal for Gaza. The Islamists have said they have no major issues with the initiative. The Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez says he won't quit over what he...
Hello, I'm Gabe Ortiz, and this is WEDU Arts Plus. Based out of St. Pete, the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club is a morning radio show about hip-hop life and urban culture. Meet the hosts who inform and empower their listeners.
I'm Jabbar Edmond. I go by Mr. Edmond. My role, I'm a host and I'm co-founder.
My name is Brother John Muhammad, Your Brother John, yourbrotherjohn.com. And my role on the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club is host or co-host.
I just go by Qiana. Sometimes you may hear the guys call me Q. I may say Q just depending on my personality that day. And I'm the female of the crew. I think I keep balance when you look at the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. So that's my role.
And I'm Bruce Moore Jr. A lot of people do know Bruce Moore Jr., obviously being born and raised here and going to school here, but there's many more people that know Reno.
St. Pete is small, and so the good things and bad things that come with a small city, you know, everybody knowing each other, of course, would be one of the pluses.
My neighbors were not only just my neighbors, they became my family.
Trying to put that back now, like really getting back to a place where we know our neighbors and we look out for each other. It was a St. Pete that existed, you know, south of Central, and then there was another St. Pete that existed north of Central and downtown. It was a struggle then, and I think it's still, you know, somewhat a struggle for black people in the city of St. Pete.
Even with every step of progress we make, it's still a struggle to, implement that progress.
Did y'all hear about the weed college, the first cannabis college
in Orlando?
Talk to him, Soprano.
No, yeah, I've been looking at it.
This is serious, y'all.
Over a year ago.
If you got the charges, go and get the degrees, King. You got years of experience, man. It ain't like you come into a classroom with no data.
Elon Musk said that a drug dealer knows how to manage and run a business better.
I can't believe that.
The real facts, man.
I'm all about education. But what I'm saying is that we carry this industry on our backs.
The way we started the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, Jabbar approached me about what could we do, how can we do something together, and then an opportunity to promote Amendment 4. Amendment 4 is the voting rights restoration to returning citizens. We were able to negotiate a deal where we got like 30 minutes on the radio at 99 Jams to talk about Amendment 4 and other local policies.
Israeli strike on Gaza City, daughter and grandson of the prominent Palestinian poet Rifat El-Adir, who was killed in an Israeli. At Arizona State University, police made around 70 arrests on Friday. Broke up an encampment on Alumni Lawn. At Indiana State University, state police arrested 33 people Friday as they broke up an encampment on the Bloomington campus. Despite the police crackdown, campus encampments continue to spread, including at CUNY, the City University of New York.
Today, we having an encampment in City College, City University.
And just like that, we are back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Y'all saw me eat breakfast too. And I typically don't even order breakfast. But you know who got me to order breakfast? Jabbar. If you don't know who you're listening to, this is the Breakfast Club, and I'm Qiana.
And I'm the one and only Mr. Edmund.
And we're brought to you by New Image Project, better known as because we are redefining
cool.
Because smart
is the new gangster.
Baby.
And if you don't know,
now you know. No. Now what you about to say? Good morning.
I just want to
Renee.
Say, hey. I was just watching the $1 Million Minute. And big shouts out to Renee, Saturday morning shops that now everyday shoppers. Okay, get me right.
Go ahead.
But yeah, I unite the communities that's giving out these grants and this information. I was just good information. If y'all missed it, go back and touch on the $1 Million Minute.
Okay. I mean, as you should. Mm-hmm.
So, before we left, we started talking about the gun violence in St. Petersburg. I told you we was gonna dive right in.
Yeah, we really didn't. So we really wasn't kind of, but let's go on to it.
So, a young child lost
11-year-old.
11-year-old lost their life due to an accidental.
Yes.
So back dealing with a situation that we've been dealing with. We've been losing people. So we want to just talk about solutions. We want to send condolences to family members.
Right.
We want to send
Because this little boy has a huge family.
it cut deep. It hurt.
He has a huge family. His father has children. His mother has children. The impact on this family. This is the time for family for real. It's going to be a lot of prayers and conversations that need to be had.
Yeah.
Because
stand up and
right, this is the time that we really need to love on.
yeah, to the gaps needed for this family because it's a sad situation.
Right. It's very sad. You're looking at a sibling that accidentally took his younger brother life, and I feel bad for the older brother where this happened. And this is why I'm going to say is we really need to be educated about guns
Yes.
to take the curiosity away from the children.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not
Also safely store and safely have these firearms stored. That's another thing. On top of the education, on top of so I was talking to John, it's a lot going on with this
right.
situation. And as a community, we just gotta make sure we got our part of this covered.
Did it? So with this situation is that the young boy said he found the gun in the alley.
You know?
So there's no way to secure that, because it
So
comes.
that's why I said that because it comes from somewhere,
Right.
and wherever it came from, being properly secured may have prevented from being there. You get what I'm saying?
You're right about that, but then we know we have a high theft rate.
Yes, I'm glad you said
So
that.
let's say we have a high theft rate,
Car break-ins,
and
the door. And that's why I say I'm so glad you said that because I'm president of Child's Park Neighborhood Association.
Mhm.
Happened inside of Child's Park, and every neighborhood association meeting, we have officers come in and tell us about the reports. And one of the main things that's happening is car breaking,
Mhm.
and not windows bust out, not the typical car breaking you would think of. It's just the simple door being unlocked.
Mhm.
People rummage through it, then leave it. Sometimes they'll leave it. You don't even know they've been in it. Sometimes they'll do it and you know it.
So you know what? My car has been so a while ago it was, and I mean I went in there and then I realized because all my stuff was pulled out, they stole the watch. Now recently, my daughter was in her car at night and was just sitting in there, and they didn't even realize. And this is like the second time this done happened where one of us has been in the car and you see them trying to open the door and cut her car on, like, hit the alarm. We're scared, but at first they still was gonna try. We end up having to call the police. They're jumping behind, gates and all this other stuff to get away. Uh, this is crazy. So I'm gonna say, listen, the summer is approaching fast,
Yeah.
and those playground. They have,
Yes.
they when people don't have things to do, they find things to do. And breaking into cars, they might hit a jackpot, they might get some money. But people do store guns in their cars.
Yes.
You know?
And they're not, like they say, they're not properly secured.
Mhm.
It's something we see every meeting. Every meeting, I'm talking about ridiculous numbers. And the problem is, I don't think the general public knows that this is an epidemic. Lock your car up, take your strap, put it up, put it somewhere where it can easily be accessed because a lot of these guns are getting onto the street, not from quote unquote, gun sales. It's from a broken in car.
Right.
You know, and they were covering it on a crime, they're covering it on an accident,
Right.
and it's just one of the things you can do. Because one of the other things I suggest um was when they have these off days or these administration days, have some parts for the children to do,
Hmm.
like
Because Friday was an off day.
yeah, it was an off
It was
day.
an off day.
You say
It's
idle,
uh,
you say
yeah,
idle,
the idle mind is the devil's playground.
exactly. You feel me?
And so these kids and I wasn't there. None of
None of us was
just
there.
so just imagine you find the gun and now you're looking at it and trying to examine, and curiosity has this like in your hand now
And
trying
you
to
don't know
figure
how
out.
to use
You
it.
don't know how, because every gun is different. You don't know how sensitive the trigger is. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
People change their guns
yeah,
and
make it more sensitive or
things like
whatever.
that. You just never know. You don't know how to put the safety on
Yeah.
and what that looks like. If they can check to see if there's a gun in the chamber, a
Bullet,
bullet in the chamber. There's
it's
so
so much.
much.
Yeah, it is.
But
Yeah.
this is why you have to really be educated about
And we
guns.
got to seriously talk about, just community education around just the whole process. Like summertime, we need to make sure our children are safe, and we all can't run and be behind all that. So what we can do is front load the safety by
Right.
making sure our doors are open, by making sure we got the strap put. When I say strap, I'm talking about the gun,
Hmm.
right? Put up or the way of our young people, man.
And at this point, if you know a child that is curious about guns, because you can tell, like if your kids are playing
I
these
think we
games,
all
right?
America,
So,
guns are America. There's a large curiosity
so this is what.
about it.
So I would suggest is that you then start to educate them about guns. I'm gonna keep on going back
Yeah,
to this.
you advocate on that.
I'm
So
and right,
yeah,
and I'm a gun. I
yeah,
carry right,
yeah.
and so but I'm very knowledgeable about my
You're
gun.
responsible.
Very gun range
Yeah.
regularly because when you have a gun, if you need it and you don't practice, you're gonna usually you go by.
Yeah, you revert to your training. You
And
revert
if you
back to
have, yeah, so that's what I'm trying to
yeah,
think.
yeah,
So,
yeah, you revert to
and if you
your
have no
training.
training, right, because you don't know your gun. But this is why you need to be educated. I see other cultures who let them kids play with the guns in a healthy way. Like I was at the paintball. Kids who's out there, they know their guns better than I do. But they're also, when you're looking at it, the curiosity of it is now gone because they know how to properly
Yeah,
use it,
yeah, that's
know
right.
what it's used
Yeah,
for, and they're not trying to figure it out
yeah,
while you're not home.
yeah. I think this is a sad situation. We do got to come up with solutions. Like I say, we send prayers out to the family and the friends. We got to think of solutions. Like
If
what
y'all have
can
some solutions, give us a call 727 uh 637-2416. Again, that's 727-637-2416. Because the summer is
yeah,
coming. And we know that typically crimes
yeah,
increase during the
or
summer.
young people ain't got school and idle time on their hands. And I think,
They say it's
oh, okay, how about that? How
how
about that?
about that? Thank you, Miss Teresa.
I don't think there's a lot of idle time on coming up, and
Mhm.
we got to find some things for these children to do, constructive things, or summer jobs, programs, programs that they're really interested in. Not just something that we came up with inside of a boardroom, but something that really will attract the children to come and be in a controlled environment for those 6 or 7 hours.
Mhm.
Because the parents got to work. This is real life.
Right.
And they don't mean my job is letting me off.
No, they don't usually your
I
job
still got to
unless you
go.
work for the education system. You don't usually
No,
get the summers off.
teachers administration days, but those teachers
No,
still
I'm
is at
talking about
work.
over the summer.
That's a whole nother beast.
Mhm.
Because as a community, we just got to find more things for our youth to do.
Let's talk about that because it's really hard when you're thinking of like a high schooler or even like seventh grade, eighth grade. They no longer want to hang out at a
But
lot of them
but what it
at the
is
camps.
but I think what it is we're not doing a lot of things, and I say we because I'm a part of the community,
Okay.
and I take responsibility. But we're not doing the things that the children want to do. Let me just be honest. You know what camp was when we were growing up. It shouldn't be the same right now because the interests have changed. So we got to continue to keep the interests of the youth. So
But haven't we done that? And this is why nobody's at camp because the interest. No, just hear me out before you say no. We still have to keep something the same so that they have some kind of foundation. At this point, the interest of the youth is technology, computers, sitting behind the phone and not interacting with other people.
but that's the interest. So it's not for me to say, okay, don't be interested in that. Come be interested in what I want you to do. It's more so about, okay, that's what you're interested in. Let's see how I can show you how that works. Let me show you some things about it. Let me teach you about it.
That's
Right?
all about. So you have Deontay Strong. I mean,
Yep.
Deontay, right?
St. Pete Strong.
St. Pete Strong. They have a whole camp which gear up to technology.
Oh no, I'm not saying that.
No.
But I'm not saying it's not out there, but it's not out there wholesale. What I mean wholesale means like it can regularly be found. You get what I mean? All these programs have
Pull up
capacity.
the other mic. See something.
What did you match? That might. Okay. I hear me.
Funny. I'm in the world. How about now? Can y'all hear me now?
They probably can't just yeah.
Why did it? If they say who did it, they say I did. Okay, like I said, and there's no one program that can service all the youth.
No.
Right? It has to be multiple programs. It has to be multiple services provided to actually really get the coverage to have the capacity to service the youth in a real. Not to just be able to have one organization or one group that's going to be able to save our youth. It's going to have to be a systematic. It's going to have to be a group effort, right? From the top down, from up the road to around the corner, because we have that many youth. Especially like Charles Park, we have a concentration of youth. We have groups that's been or services for these same type of things for the to fund our future, to really put money where your mouth is. You talk about you for the youth, you for technology, you for this, but we can't translate that into programmatic. We can't translate your well wishes and everything that the people have into actually a program on the ground that's servicing more than 150, 200 kids.
The kids shouldn't be like at the camps playing basketball.
I
understand because I think they need a little bit of both.
I think we approach it by the interest. Extremely interested in sports, and you approach it by their interest, and then you spread it out. You give them more than what they're interested in.
I was about to say you can't
attract them by their interest. Happens to us. It's the same thing that TikTok does to keep them locked on that phone. It appeals to their interest. Now, if we don't want to appeal to their interest, we won't have them locked in like TikTok. But if we want to have them locked in like they is on their phone, if we want to have them locked in like TikTok, we have to appeal to their interest. And then from inside of what they're interested in, then we spread and grow their horizon and show them more things. So if they in the sports, we have a sports program for them. If they in the phones and computers, we have the phones and computer program, and vice versa. And that way, with enough capacity, service is a need.
So remember St. Pete College over the summer program that they had. They did everything. We learned karate. We did swimming lessons. We did some technology. You did limited
spots even in.
I mean, you can only, there's always only limited spots. But I went every year.
Growing
But there's never going to be one place where everybody can.
They grow the capacity
Because there's out there, but the thing I'm going to say, even when they have things that the kids are interested in, they still rather stay at home, right? And what parents allow their children to do is to dictate what happens for them during the summer.
But we don't have the programs that really interest the children.
But so okay, so here we go. So you have the programs that necessarily interest you, but you have rather them stay home. Wait, this is the question.
It's not
wait, no. Yeah, it is rather right now because let's say you rather them stay home and figure out some stuff themselves, or end up putting in a program and pique their interest that they may not be interested in.
Okay,
because this is what parenting.
But I ain't saying rather or. I'm just saying what's needed. You know what I mean? Because I know those are the choices that's out there. Either they stay or do it. I know that, but what I'm saying is tailor-made solution. You know what I mean? I'm talking about making a solution to fit the problem we've been dealing with for decades, and that may take a little shifting around of how we've been doing.
But what happened is, this is because they have programs that, but what people wait to the last minute to try to sign them up, and then you don't make them do anything. And so this is where, and I want, unfortunately, like I would love for everybody to get what they want, but this is life. It doesn't happen, right? And sometimes you got to do things that you don't want to do to put you in places where you want to go.
That's the same thing. That's the same thing I would say, like to officials. Sometimes you may not want to spend those extra dollars in the community to have more programs to help because you're paying for it on the back end.
Okay.
Right?
But are you saying, but this is what I'm trying to say at this point.
Less than the back end cost.
So I'm talking about like solutions right now that we can do. Right? There, at this point, summer is approaching less than right now. So if their summer programs are not already set up, it's almost impossible. Not totally impossible, but almost impossible for them to come up with something that's going to be a la carte for the students at this point. So my suggestion at this point is get your child involved in something.
Agreed.
You know, as a parent, you have to make hard decisions. Your kids should not be running your household and shouldn't be telling you this is what I'm not doing. If they could raise themselves, God wouldn't give them parents. And sometimes we got to go to work. We don't want to, but this is life. We're not parenting our children for real life when we let them make the decision what they can and cannot do all the time. When your boss tell you when you work for someone, because when you work for someone, they're going to tell you, give you a schedule, and you got to go. They're going to tell you there's a deadline. You got to sit there and send it, and you got to have that stuff sent in by that deadline. Our children think that they can just only do what they're interested in is disservice to them. I'm not saying that we don't to explore, but to tell them, oh, well, if they don't like it, you can stay at home. No. We have a lot of children that's not interested in anything because nobody pushed them to anything.
Listen, I agree with you. You ain't gonna get no argument out of me on that. So I agree. No, we gotta
give us a call, 727-646-2416, because this really is a problem in our community. And I don't think it's just our community. I think it's a lot of
it's society, and I think and just like we want our meals hot and ready, that's how we want our solutions, and even our children what they want hot and ready. A microwave society. And
you were just saying too, how do you know you're not interested if you never tried? Agreed. Because I can tell you, my brother.
And see, what I'm trying to do is attract bees with honey, right? And not vinegar, because I know and how things should be versus how things really are. And to really reach certain people, you have to appeal to what they want. That is how it's done. That is not child. That's not saying, oh, you ain't whatever. That's saying I'm using what you like to give you what you need.
But
And
sometimes that's
to
not out.
intentionally do it, to do it on purpose.
Sometimes
I'm
that
on purpose gonna have a video game stop here today because I want 100, 200 kids to be here. And no, we ain't gonna play video games all day, but to get them here. You get what I'm saying? Like when I used to go to church and Bible study when I was a kid, they used to give us candy and food at the end to attend. So like they'll come pick us up in the truck. Yeah, y'all want some candy? Yeah, we want some candy. Come on, we're going to the church. Yeah, it's a whole Bible study before they give you the candy.
But okay.
See? Okay.
No. So this is
it worked.
and listen, I'm not disagreeing with you, right? I'm not disagreeing with you that you have to.
Exactly.
But
so why
do
we stop it when it comes to our kids?
No, what I'm saying, what happens is when because we're limited, right? We're limited on what everything the kids can do over the summer. And what happened is our children at this point of time to opt out to not do anything.
Yeah.
And stay at home. And now we have situations where now there's again, I don't mind. And if you never participated or tried something outside of the box, how you know you're gonna like it?
That's an age-old question.
And you want me to? I have my mom. My mom made me do stuff that I didn't think I wanted to do, and I appreciate that she did.
No,
and so that's what parenting is.
But that's not every case and every solution. When we're talking about like really impact, there's gonna be some impact that way.
So here we go.
And then there's gonna be another percentage where we have to impact another way.
But sometimes
but
you still have to give people what they need.
I'm always
because everybody what they want. This is like, think of it like food. If you give them what they want, all their teeth gonna be out because all they do is eat candy because that's what they want. But we know they need their vegetables, but we force them their vegetables until they realize what is good for them. If you cannot read and you can't spell and you don't know math, then you're not gonna go to the NBA, the NFL, the NBA, whatever. None of that.
And I agree.
So this is the
what they do with some of them is use the NFL dream of what they want to get them to learn how to read.
But a lot of them,
do. A lot of them boys get out there and stretch their minds and learn that stuff just so they can play. And they do it every day. They're going on right now, not getting in trouble and going to play because that's what they want to do. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
But we're talking about the ones. No. We're talking about let's do it because we never subscribe to all, but we are talking about the ones that only want to play and don't expand anywhere else, and then nobody's making them do anything to expand to put them in a better situation. Hello, caller.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello. Hey, caller. Introduce yourself.
Oh, hi. This is Queen Jay. I'm from St. Petersburg. I'm an avid listener. Well, sometimes I do. I just wanted to chime in a little bit on your topic this morning.
Go ahead, Queen Jay. And thank you for calling.
We're talking about programs for the children, and they are the future. So I don't think, yes, programs are a kind of solution, but the main problem we're having is putting God first. In most of young people's lives, there's not many examples of putting Jesus Christ of Nazareth first in their life. making the right choices. And usually, once you get that spirit in you, it leads you into the direction. Because without Christ in the midst, it's going to help. And the communities to really do care for our children. You have to let them be aware that there are consequences, not just to us as parents, but to their creator. And all of those messages are out of schools, they're out of aspects of society. So you're going to have a major problem.
Yeah.
Too many people are serving other gods. You can come up with a gazillion program. There's no, you're still going to have an issue. You guys have a good morning.
Thank you.
Thank you. Wow. Yes, faith is a very key part of what we're dealing with.
It is. So when it comes to faith and religion, I believe that and this is a Qiana, like faith definitely keeps you in line, right? It keeps your compass where it needs to be. But even with the faith, you also there's a lack of respect that we have with the children. And you say the society at this point where we're at, where there's not a lot of respect that's given, and you can see the gap. Like when you couldn't even say lie
Mm.
in front of her, like and even if you were trying to tell your parents at that point that it wasn't true, your mama, your daddy were like calling me a liar. No, I'm just saying that's not true. There was a line of respect.
Yeah, but it's society move because like the
But
music.
the thing is, just because everything don't need to be changed, and some things that do. And what
But
we have in society is that we went so far left that we forgot the fundamentals that got us where we're at.
so, but
So don't everything that
so
we
what I say society move because when I rode around in the car and listened to a radio with my mama, I didn't hear what the child is going to hear today. So that's what I mean by society move. Like just the culture move and the parents, of course, move with it. And some stayed, some still kept some turn the radio on when the kids in the club because of what I'm talking about. But some people turn it up when they hear their song. And the kid back there hear it too.
And then now
And the
we have
song is
so this is why I say we have a lot of there's no there's a lot of, and I'm not gonna say no, not all, because we don't subscribe to all. I have to keep saying this. But we have a group of children that they don't respect their parents, because if your parents tell you to get up and go to camp, go to school, and you tell them they're not, and the parent can't make them do things. There was a one point in time where my mom, even today, I'm grown, living in my own house, and my mom called, she need me to do something. 9 times out of 10, I'm going.
Mm.
9 times out of 10, like it has to be some reason that stops me from doing what mom needs me to do.
yeah,
When you have middle school, elementary, telling your parents what you're not gonna do.
definitely that. It's definitely an issue.
So I don't, this is a tough situation, but there where we have let everybody be so free and choose their own direction is that, like, I feel like we caused a bigger problem, because I do believe that, and y'all hear me say this time, God give you parents because you need guidance and direction, structure, and this is what happened with your parents. Children are supposed to push the envelope and see how far they can go. Parents is to say, no, you went too far, and get back on the straight and narrow until they're to a point where they can make their own decision.
Mhm.
And maybe parents have to make the decisions that the kids are not gonna like. And it's okay that your kids don't like you because you're here to guide them. And if you don't discipline them and give them structure, somebody else will. And you don't, the system will give them structure. The system that tells you that you can't do all this stuff to your children will then do it to them. They will be locked up. They will have numbers that's attached to their name.
Yep.
They will get another structure. They have been told minutes to eat their dinner, and then they're back into a cell. So either you give the kids the structure of love, or somebody else give them the structure, and you ain't gonna want them to give it to them.
Mm. Very rare approach to get something our youth to do. And
So with that being said, Urban League, they have a summer program. I think it was 50 people, 50 students that they have. It will be a paid summer program. I don't have details, so please look it up. They're gonna finance. They're also gonna pour into leadership and some other things throughout the summer.
Oh yeah, and we definitely gonna get as many youth as we can into these programs this summer. Um, yes, the money from Store
I was just
727
yes, you said that.
for a time. We gotta get
727 Summit. Yep, go ahead and put that together.
yes.
Do that ASAP. I think that's something that we can definitely do. Glory 727 also have a summer program. I don't know if it's too late to sign up for it. This is some amazing men that gather together,
Great.
consistent and persistent with their cause and purpose.
Yes, go follow Store 727 on Facebook.
Mhm.
Store 727. Yes. Yeah, Steve, we gotta talk. We'll sit down and put something together because I honestly feel we just gotta.
Let's ask we're parents, we're adults sitting up here brainstorming about what kids need, right? And I'm still open enough that we still need to talk to them and figure out where we can find a happy medium.
Yes, I mean, I think one of the key factors is in Poland, right? Right before all this happened, I was just in a meeting talking about youth issues that's going on with our youth. And just to be honest, and I told them this in the meeting, you know, we have to go to them. That's all we're looking for. It's an opportunity. A lot of times when you see children check the door, that is a crime of opportunity. Right?
But do you think that like we're in a society where everything like is instant that you have to be because
that's the
I was gonna say we need to be more hands-on. We have now let the phones and the laptops raise our children. In there, when your parents used to be the heroes, now the TikTok person who they're idolizing. We need to get more hands on with our children. I know times has changed, but parenting, being a parent and pointing out should not be one of the things that should change. The time that you put into your children should not change with the times because somebody else, the phone should not be raising your children. And this is what we're finding out here.
I mean, all is not to say the children ain't gonna be on social media at a certain age because, like, it's definitely. I definitely agree.
But just
that
go ahead.
I feel that
we gotta find a happy medium somewhere.
Society has to help our parents. When we say like that village mentality, again, it's convenient when when the children are not doing right and things are kind of hand, just blame the parents. We as a village, we have to kind of help. We got to pull in and sometimes carry a little more weight than they want to at the time, but we got to get 1,000, 15,000. I mean, 1,500 some jobs a month. So 50 here, that's good. When we need 1,500 employment or after school employment opportunities, like how do we start making those steps, right? And then how do we start putting in the minds? Because now when you have these opportunities, we can talk to the parents. Now that's up to you if you just get a kid to check and let them leave, or you use that opportunity for you to talk to parents, get to know the parents, and see what the parents need. Because oftentimes it comes to transaction. The kids come and do their work, and he go to check. Bye. You get what I mean? What I'm talking about is pulling in, being a little more deeper, being a little more concerned, and like really touching the family as you giving
So
them a
when you said,
paycheck.
so here we go. This is the other side of the pancake, is that you have parents who don't even show up to PTA meetings.
When
No,
it's
no,
time
no,
to
no.
get that check, they'll come to get that
No,
check.
no, but
You can bet your life on it.
you have parents
I
that no,
know,
no, 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 no,
but if
listen,
my
no,
son
no.
work and
Right,
the
no, no,
parents
no, no.
got to pick up the check.
Listen.
Now
Okay, they're gonna come to pick up the check, but they only got enough time to pick
But
up the
no,
check.
the financial incentives mean no. Hold on, I got to. Y'all got to sign this, and this is how it goes. When you move money, hey, hold on. This the check with a document you got to sign. How's
Okay, so
everything
you
going out?
tell you,
How's everything going
have
with
you
you?
seen? You know what? And some parents won't do it because of that portion. You remember when she started the barbershop club? Children come get their hair cut because they didn't want them to read.
I mean, I go
No,
for
no, no,
that.
no, no. And it was a free haircut. So this is money. This is exchange. This is what you said. This is an exchange. Because basically, I'm giving you $20 in your pocket. Because you come haircut, pay money.
Yes.
Then it sit up
It's
here and
kind of
get
embarrassing.
so
Hold
no,
on. It's kind of embarrassing. You know your child ain't up to par, and now you got to say it out loud. So I'm trying to, in some parents' mind, I pay to not have my child go through that. But no, when I'm summer employment where the whole family waiting on the check. You know how much jobs used to be? I ain't get to have no summer job.
I didn't either.
But my brother them did. And I know
I was
when
creative with it,
that check came, oh yeah, how much money you got? You know, it was a whole thing
but
around
what
that
I'm
check.
saying is the parents will be the people that little even if they need it, they not
Correct. I
going.
hear that.
So you right. I ain't going to do that. Find something else to do. Sit home. You better figure out something else.
That's gonna be an issue, no matter what. So,
That's what I'm saying. So like
so
ideally,
some of them ain't gonna be able to be your another way. Find
and
another
so
way.
this is where I was going is that there's a lot of resources here. Say there's a lot of summer camps that are offered here.
But they need capacity though, because I don't work with them. I don't been around them. And the number one thing they'll tell you is they can't service enough. We have way more applications. They have spaces, and that goes for almost all the programs.
What that goes with?
Because that's why I say capacity. Capacity means the more people you're able to service, the more children you're able to get in your system, and through your program is building capacity. The more whatever y'all got program, and because like I'm in a community with 6,000 to 7,000 children. You get what I'm saying? And there's no program that's housing 6,000 children.
No,
there's no buildings. There's no facilities.
And not even
it's not enough. It's so many
and not
complex
even
matters.
and then there's employees.
Exactly. That's why I say every program. There are a lot of programs. Search them out and find them, and get your child involved with them. I agree with that 10,000%. But then we come to a point where there's more children to be serviced than there's programs to service them. That's why we need capacity. That's why we need more funds. That's why we need more investment.
But this is the neighborhood. So, like when you say the neighborhood needs to get involved, because Mama Blue said the village has to be part of their lives,
Correct.
right?
I agree, Mama.
But I 100% agree with that, right? But the parents, then it goes back to the parents. The parents, you had most know their neighbor,
Yes.
and that's a part of your village.
Yes. I mean, I agree.
You know, when you didn't go to summer camp and summer school, there was a group of kids that hung out, and there was in there that kind of was the unofficial babysitter that was in the neighborhood and saw everything that was going on.
Yep. I agree. I agree. I was around, seen it, and I know things have changed. And we live a little farther than next door nowadays. So our villages aren't as tight knit as it once was. So that's why kind of supplement that through programs and like the caller said, faith based, no matter what your religion is, having the faith and having those different institutions that use the church and I know way where that's where my children go after school. That's where my children go on them days off. And
Because
that's
you had vacation Bible school, you had school, you had um, it was a lot with you growing up with the church. And I don't know if
it's still going down like that.
I don't.
I mean, I'm pretty sure some congregations do have, what resources they got, but that even goes back, like I say, capacity. Is building up the capacity for the community to help on these days off, on these summer vacations, on these on those days and those times off, so we don't have unfortunate situations always happening.
Okay, so let me see. I don't have my glasses.
And kids are what they are exposed to. Kids are given too many options to make adult decisions, and they even programs out here, great programs and scholarships available in St. Pete. Parents have to research and find what's available and apply before the death.
I'm agreeing with you on that because once it right, I knew what I wanted to put her in, and so I had to research. She went out to Ruth all the way in Clearwater every summer because the art is what she did. They was interested in them, but say parents have to do the work, and we cannot take the responsibility off of the parents because there are a lot of programs that these kids can do.
Oh, it's most definitely some opportunities out there, and
and there's more than that. But people are relying on me to do the work for them. A lot of times, not all, but a lot of times.
And and to what we can do, we got to do it. That's what the village about is pulling up and not just leaving a child behind because the parents can get it. Or they're doing it, struggling on their own. We can fix some of those gaps. I think that's what we got to do. Because when I was growing up, my mom and my dad couldn't watch me and do everything. It was people that filled that gap. Programs.
Parenting is a team sport.
Yeah. And fill those gaps. You gotta remember, we gotta keep that type of thing going on. We can't just remember what go on for us in our youth and not put those
things. I want to left from the ex Qiana about bad parenting.
Ooh.
And we were supposed to gear up today for it, but we're going to talk about this on Wednesday about bad parenting, because we really need to address this.
You have a bad parent story? Inbox Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. Tell us your bad parenting, whether it's you or us. You can anonymously leave a message. Tell us about your bad parenting experience.
If you feel like your parents let you down, because some of it is. I tell you, people sit like we're sitting up here talking about what we do in this situation, right?
Yeah.
And for the summer and giving all these options, and then you'll hear kids say, like, my mom and my dad exposed me to this. And parents do the best that they can have, and there are some horrible parents out here. And I'm sorry to say that there's some horrible parents that give their children not giving them abuse that comes along with this, neglect, and a lot of other things. So on Monday, on Wednesday,
Yes, Wednesday.
we're gonna dive in and really talk about bad parenting. See,
I think it's a very immediate conversation. Like Steve Money said, having a town hall, having a community conversation about you that we're going through.
Whittier Airport pilot program is back. Like the pilot program is back. Do you know how excited I was about the pilot program last year? And if I was in the age of, I think it's 16 to 24 or something like that, you get to get your pilot license and go. Cool, you cooler. Fly them somewhere.
Listen, I think it's important. And Stephanie, when you get information, please send it to us. And what we'll do is we'll have a show on the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club talking about programs and some opportunities for children. So if you are on a program and you're inbox Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, give us your information. And we'll have a show that will dedicate some time to talking about the resources that's available for you with deadlines open. The road of not having things to do for their children or whatever the case may be. You don't know about the program, we gonna break it up. If you don't know about the promise grant that happens in St. Petersburg, we're gonna bring the provost of St. Pete College
and the promise program,
promise scholarship.
Yeah. The promise high school student from Bogosiega, Gibbs, and Lakewood. If they want a 2-year degree, they get a full scholarship. All they have to do is graduate. Bogosiega.
Traditional.
Gibbs. I said graduate.
Traditional because it's.
But listen, we're not.
And then they're gonna say, "Oh,
no.
Graduated."
And listen, so you need to call. You don't know if they got other rules or not. You stop adding your tradition.
What the man said.
The man said graduation.
No, traditional. That's what he said. That's where I get it from. See, that's why I said it like that. So I'm doing it how he said it.
No, I was there too. I don't remember him putting that. But listen, parents, look it up, figure it out.
Tampa Chalk Festival. It's Debbie Yachty. Thank you for that Tampa Bay Chalk Festival. We'll be going on May 4th. May 4th to be with you.
Right. Register because you get free chalk.
Yes. Yes, we're gonna have 20 community artists. We'll be creating beautiful sidewalk art. The theme protecting our environment, sustaining our future. That's
Final
protecting
thoughts.
our environment and sustaining our future. Come enjoy the future 2020 Chalk 2024 Chalk Festival. Okay. Thank y'all so much. Um, and we'll be back Wednesday. And yes, sending condolences to the families and just really open the community some healing space, some healing.
Right. Yeah. Be the change you want to be. Write down 5 things that make you feel hard when you think that you cannot find anything to smile about. Sit and think about what made you feel good. If it was just somebody holding your door for you, somebody giving you a smile, somebody waving, somebody letting you in traffic, whatever it is that somebody did good, remember sweetness that happens because we harp on all the negativity. You know, life is what you portray it as. You know, your perception is your reality, and so you perceive if it's good or bad. Right? Stay tuned because we got cues. Yes, and this has been a Tampa, and we're out.
Showings followed by Q&A with the filmmakers. The film will also be shown around the country